Hi, I am Kemora Pate, and today I want to discuss the critical lack of support and resources available for homeless individuals in our society. Homelessness remains one of society's most critical challenges, yet the help offered for those who are homeless often falls short, both in quantity and quality. Across many cities, resources are limited, shelters are overcrowded, and one of the fundamental issues that contribute to the lack of effective solutions is the absence of true and compassionate understanding of individuals affected. Instead of approaching them as people in need of support and respect, many view homeless through a lens of judgment, maintaining harmful stereotypes about their worthiness of assistance. One of the fundamental issues that contribute to the lack of effective solutions is the absence of true and compassionate understanding of individuals affected. Instead of approaching them as people in need of support and respect, many view homeless through a lens of judgment, maintaining harmful stereotypes about their worthiness of assistance. I spoke with Mr. James, who is one of my neighbors and who has been experiencing homelessness for 6 years in Atlanta. What's your name?
James Junius Lewis.
Okay. What is something you would like to share to teens right now?
What would I like to share with teens? To remain in school.
Okay. What do you feel about socially interacting with others, with privileges, like they were saying?
I would say I'm kind of withdrawn in that, but nonetheless, it seemed like my life is different from most. It seemed like a very positive thing to do, but with me it comes and goes. But I would say it would be a great help to society.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a voice, like an opinion?
In ways, some ways it does, some ways it doesn't seem to be in the governmental.
What is something you dislike about being homeless, and what do you feel about your surroundings?
Some of the things that you have to be around people you do not want to be around. The feel about the surroundings, it could be okay, because sometimes when you're out here, you're around people, sometimes you're not, but I'm like to be alone, so I would consider those. Yes.
Okay. What brings you joy?
It's strange enough to say, but being alone.
Okay, what is the hardest part about living on the streets?
The hardest part is, well, in the phases of my life living on the street, I would say being around people that you do not want to be around. But the other hardest part is it's a lazy life. That's.
Okay. What do you think people on the streets would need the most?
Like I said, I remain in school.
Okay. So, is there anything you would like to share?
One day I would like to make some of my life, and then be able to report back to states. That's where. So you could be some positive that you can report back to life. That's it.
Anything else?
Appreciate your family. That's where.
Okay, so do you want to tell us about your day?
My day. Usually I'm here. Right here, and there's not much that I could do because my body is very handicapped. That's just, but usually I'm here, and it's like a idle itinerary mandate. Other than that, I'm in my wheelchair, sitting down there doing something foolish. That's just so.
What is something you would like to do?
What would I like to do? I would like to find my way back. I used to pray a lot. Myself, I would like to find myself back into prayers, like the Son of Man did.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Everybody just keep the best spirit. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The belief that help should be earned or those experiencing homelessness must deserve help creates an environment where those who need it most are denied access to care, service, and opportunities for recovery.
I am a living testimony. Come on, Jesus. You know I could have been dead and gone. Hallelujah. But the Lord, He let us live on. We've got many.
I also spoke with my parents who care deeply about this issue and have spent a lot of time with those experiencing homelessness in Atlanta. Could you all share why this is something you care so much about?
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of reasons that we care deeply about this. Some of them are larger and societal in nature, while some of the other reasons are more so from like personal experiences that we've had with people. But I would say, first of all, just simply put, we believe that every human being is created with dignity, worth, and value, that every story has a purpose. And, you know, we are all in different ways marred by the brokenness of this world, but that doesn't make another person's life less valuable or less deserving of respect. And I've heard a quote before where someone said that the measure of any society is how they treat their most vulnerable members. And I also believe that we are all connected as a society, that, you know, I can't truly flourish until my neighbor is flourishing as well, that we're all interconnected. And so we must care about the common good of all, and we must seek the common good.
And I would simply share from the perspective that I heard recently from an influential person who posted on X this statement that in most cases, the word homeless is a lie. It's usually a propaganda word for violent drug addicts with severe mental illness. And I'm greatly saddened to hear about posts like this and a more and more common narrative that comes out in our society about our neighbors experiencing homelessness. And I wonder if those who are sharing this perspective have ever taken the time to sit down with someone living on the street, to look them in the eye, to say their name, to have a conversation. And many times I've done this here in Atlanta. I've been blown away by both the nuance and the complexity of their story, as well as the love, care, and concern they have to offer.
This lack of empathy and assistance only deepens the crisis, making it harder for those without homes to break free from the cycle of poverty, trauma, and social neglect.
Ain't gonna be hard neither. It's gonna be quite smooth. But watch what I tell you. We got to stay focused. It's gonna be like magic.